What is going on, guys? I hope you all are having a fantastic day, of course, and today we're going to take a look at the top 10 Minecraft seeds. Now, I know this video is a little lengthy. That's because we kind of go in depth of each seed, so we show, where the dungeons are, where the sand temples are, all that good stuff, and give you guys the coordinates. So if you guys ever get lost or anything like that, all the coordinates will be in the description, as well as the seeds themselves. So, again, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, of course, and let's go ahead and check out the top 10 Minecraft seeds. The next seed we have here isn't like any crazy loot. Now, there's probably loot if you go into mining and such. I mean, there's loot everywhere when you go into mining, but this is just a default world, and it's not amplified. You may think it is amplified, but it's not. So it's actually really cool. So let's check this out. This makes a crazy terrain for possibly building an awesome house and doing some amazing things. So you're going to spawn. I spawned about right here. You'll spawn somewhere different about every time, but we have these massive, or this and these, like massive hills, and this one's probably my favorite right here. So let's go ahead and wait for this to generate. So the terrain on this seed is just absolutely beautiful. Now, of course, you can find a ton of loot when you go mining. There's also a ravine. I believe it starts like right around this area and kind of goes like that way. So there is a ravine underground, which is pretty sweet. But you can see this top part right here is like already flattened out. It's already flattened out and perfect to build a hillside kind of cliff house, which would be really cool. And I've never built like a hillside cliff house on something crazy like this. So you guys would have to let me know how it goes if you take this into consideration and plan on using this seed. So yeah, this seed doesn't require, a lot of loot or anything like that. It doesn't have a lot of loot, but it's definitely beautiful, and it's an absolutely amazing place to build your house. And invite some friends, of course. I had to throw this one in here because it's just awesome. So you have a little pretty sweet survival island. I like how it's separated by this very thin layer of water. It's kind of like a sandbar, I guess you could say, between the islands, which is really, really cool. But the cool thing about this is there is an ocean monument right here. Look, just right, I don't know if you guys can see, it's kind of dark, I'm sorry. Right here, an ocean monument, which is absolutely sick and insane. So there we have, oh, the big boy right there. So yeah, just within, I don't know, I would probably say that's about 100, yeah, maybe about 100 blocks within the island. So, you could swim there easily, no problem. But it makes a really cool survival island. And actually, if we go into game mode 3, so we can actually go through the ground, there's some pretty cool stuff underground. So we have a pretty cool ravine right here, pretty nice, pretty big. But we also have a massive mine shaft if we go a little bit this way. So you can see there is a huge mine shaft right here, massive for you guys to explore. It just keeps going, it keeps going. It even goes all the way over here and extends all through this area. So this mine shaft is just absolute, oh my gosh, just look at it. It's still going over here. It's still going, and it probably even continues more going towards that way. But there is a massive mine shaft under here, which I think makes this seed just a lot more awesome. This next seed we have here isn't amazing on loot, but I think it's an absolutely incredible starter seed. So right when we generate, I'm going to go ahead and switch over into creative so I can fly. I spawned about right in this area, so we have a swamp over there, really nice. But if we go right over here, it's already in our distance. We have a village right here, and this village is pretty cool because it's kind of like on top of water and stuff. Pretty awesome looking village, really weird, really unique. And we do have a blacksmith right over here, so let's see what we have in here. We have 3 diamonds, some iron, and boom. So the reason I say this is a starter seed, it's a really nice starter seed, is because we already have our armor and we already have 3 diamonds. The only thing we need to do is break a little bit of wood here, or maybe this tree, and then boom, we have a diamond pickaxe. Now you're like, Unspeakable, where are you going with this? Let's go into game mode 3 so we can fly through the ground. Right under this village is a massive mine shaft, and I mean massive. Not only just a massive mine shaft, but we also have some crazy ravines over here, and we also have oh, look, here's a spawner right here. Sweet. So we have a zombie spawner. Yeah, so just some crazy mine shafts, crazy ravines. There's multiple ravines throughout here. There's one over here. I don't know, it's just crazy. And you already have 3 diamonds and a couple pieces of armor all ready to get started. So I just think it's an awesome starter seed if you want to go right into the mining experience. This next seed we have here is pretty awesome. So here we have a village. Unfortunately, no blacksmith, but if we turn around, we have another village. Now, these 2 villages don't have any blacksmiths, unfortunately, but you can still retain a lot of loot and a lot of very useful items from these villages. But however, if we go over here, we have the 3rd village with a blacksmith. Now, I don't believe this blacksmith has very good loot, but we still have a lot of awesome stuff in this seed. So we have a couple apples, an iron pickaxe, which is pretty useful, and then we also have a couple pieces of bread. So let's go ahead and travel this way. And we are back at that village that we just saw. So if we go a little farther out here, boom! A desert temple. So let's go ahead and see what this beautiful desert temple has to offer for us. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Boom. Oh no! Oh no, no. So we have quite a bit of gold, rotten flesh, bones, and emerald, which is pretty sweet. Definitely go ahead and use those emeralds, or this emerald, not those emeralds, this single emerald if you can, on one of those villages. Or go mining, possibly find some more emeralds, and use it on the villagers. And here is our next desert temple. Surprisingly, this one is actually really, really close to our spawn. So the villages and stuff are just right over there. So let's go ahead and see what this desert temple has in store for us. Don't break the pressure plate again, unspeakable. So we got more emeralds, which would be really nice to go ahead and trade at those villages. And then we have some more rotten flesh, a couple pieces of gold, and we have 3 diamonds, which is awesome. Now, I actually didn't notice this, but remember this desert village right here, and then our desert temple right over there? We actually have an exposed little monster spawner, or dungeon, I guess you could say, over here. So let's go ahead and see if we can find the chest and see what kind of loot. Oh, there we go. So we got a bucket. Oh, we got some music disc and some gunpowder. Sweet. So let's see what else we have in store for us here. Here's another chest, a golden apple, some diamond horsepower armor, my bad, couple name tags, couple more buckets, some more awesome stuff. So we got some pretty sick stuff right here. This is exactly where I spawned, and right when I come up, our first desert temple is right in front of us, just in our vision. So let's go ahead and head over to our very first desert temple, and there's also an awesome mesa biome over here. So sweet. So let's go ahead and dig into this desert temple. What do we have down here? Hello, pressure plate. Alright, so we have some iron horse armor. I'm just going to leave the rotten flesh in here because it's not really too important. So we have some gold ingots, iron ingots, more pieces of iron horse armor. Then we have, ooh, some diamonds. Indeed we do. And then we have some more iron ingots. So yeah, all the coordinates for all the desert temples and villages that I find will also all be in the description of this video. So if you ever get lost or anything and you need some coordinates, they are all in the description. So let's go ahead and go to the second temple. Here we are at our second desert temple, not too far away at all. So let's go ahead and hop in here and see what we have in store for us. Ooh, 1 iron ingot, some bones, lots of gold, sweet, and oh, there's the diamonds. So 4 diamonds out of that 1 chest. Let's go ahead and find our next desert temple. And our next desert temple, there is also a village over there. Now, unfortunately, that village does not have a blacksmith, but there's still some good resources that you can get there. So let's go ahead and hop into this temple. Let's see what we have here. Some more gold, a little bit of bones, diamond horse armor, more gold, more iron, a little bit more bones, and a sharpness 3 enchanting book, which is awesome, and some more iron and 1 more diamond. So let's go ahead and go to our next desert temple. Our next one is not even that far. Remember how we just saw that village? It's just on the other side of the village. So let's go ahead and hop in here and see what we can find in this next desert temple. Oop, don't want to hit the pressure plate. All right, so we got some more iron, more bones, an emerald, some gold horse armor, and a projectile protection 4 and sharpness 3 enchanting book. That is a crazy one. And more gold ingots, a little more bones, and then we have some more gold and a lot more bones. And yeah, of course, we always have a ton of rotten flesh. So let's go ahead and take a look at our last desert temple, and then we can get into the villages. Alright, so here is the last desert temple that I could find. There could be more desert temples out there, honestly, because this desert is absolutely ginormous. But these are the ones that are really close to spawn. So we have just rotten flesh, more diamonds, and a saddle. Nice, nice, nice. And more, even more diamonds, and then we have some iron ingots and some bones. So I'm not even going to stop the video. I'm not going to cut this because the desert temple, well, not the desert temple, the desert village is actually really close. So we're going to fly right over here. You guys can probably see it right now. And there's also another desert village, but it doesn't have a blacksmith. But you can still get some pretty good loot from a village without a blacksmith. So this is the village with the blacksmith right here. Let's go ahead and see what we have in here. We have ourselves an iron pickaxe, some bread, an iron helmet, 2 golden ingots, and some apples. So you nearly have a stack of gold. So you can see right here, this is all the loot that we have. Pretty insane. That is a lot of loot for being in a really close proximity of spawn. Now, of course, there can be a lot more loot found in this world. I wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe another 2 or maybe 3 more desert temples out in this desert, because this desert is absolutely ginormous. It's a pretty awesome seed. It's awesome, and it's probably on your screen right now. It's a lot of numbers and stuff, but once we spawn in, we're gonna spawn in about right here, you know, next to that little piece of grass. Next to that grass, you should spawn about probably under this tree or something. And then if we go under here, I thought this was just really freaking cool, like this little triangular looking island and then all the water surrounding it. And I don't know, I just thought it was gorgeous. I just thought it looked really freaking cool. But the main thing, the highlights on the seed are probably going to be the loot. So if we first go right over here, we literally walk, like we spawned in right there, and we literally walk just a few blocks and we have a little dungeon right here. So I believe the chests are right here. No, I don't remember exactly where the chests are. We're gonna have to dig for them. That's the good part. But one of these chests do have a protection 3 book in them. So if we get a music stuff, we got a music disc, we got some horse armor. I believe the other chest is right here. And then there's that enchanted book with protection 3 on it. Really nice. We can just see that we are just loaded up with lots of loots, music disc, and 2 pieces of iron horse armor and just some other iron armor. Then we also notice that there's a village right there and a desert temple. Let's go ahead and take a look at the village first. It looks like it is the closest. Now remember, these are all like within, like, I don't know, less than 100 blocks of spawn. So let's go ahead and run into the blacksmith over here, and let's see what we have in store. We have an iron sword, an iron pickaxe, and some bread. We already got an iron sword and a pickaxe, so you can already defend yourself and start your mining journey, because there is a dungeon over there. I guess you could kind of mine into the dungeon or something. But there's some pretty good cave systems in the seed too. And then if we go in here, we will see. Y'all know where all the good loot is in the desert temple. Ooh, there we go, 3 diamonds. So if you wanted to transform that sword or pickaxe into diamond, then you could do that right then and there. And then we got some more stuff. Let's see what else we got in here. More gold, more rotten flesh. I don't know why I'm grabbing the rotten flesh, but yeah, so that is that. So pretty freaking sweet. And that's all really close to spawn. So let's go and take a look at the awesome loot we got. It looks like we got a protection 3 enchanting book. We got some music discs, redstone, some iron ingots, 3 diamonds, an iron pickaxe, an iron sword, 2 sets of iron horse armor. We got 20 golden ingots over here. We got some more music discs. We got some buckets, strings, and that's just all really close to spawn. There's also some great cave systems in the seed, and not to mention the gorgeous landscape. So we're gonna spawn about right here where this little kind of sand thing is, and you got this little lake around it. And if we go straight out here, all the coordinates will be in the screen. All the coordinates will be in the description, not the screen. But if you get lost or something, then all the coordinates will be in the description, and you will have no trouble finding all your stuff. And for some reason, this doesn't want to generate, but you can see that we do have a nice looking village right here. Sadly, this village does not have a blacksmith, which means you're gonna have no chest in here, but it is a good kind of starter village because you can get a lot of wheat from here. If not, you can just keep waiting for the stuff to grow. You can get plenty of bread, plenty of food. But if you actually go right over here across from the village, I don't know why it's not generating very well. Let me go ahead and change my chunks down a little bit. Maybe that might help. There you go. That might help. That helped a little bit. But if you go right across here, right across this little lake, you can see that we have our first desert temple. And this desert temple has some pretty good stuff in it. It's going to have some pretty good starter items. And you're going to see that we have 2 diamonds right there. Nice, nice, nice. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Let me just collect all this stuff, and there is the 2 more diamonds. So we have quite a bit of rotten flesh, 10 pieces of gold, 4 pieces of iron, and 4 diamonds, and we got a saddle. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my way to the next desert temple, which isn't that far. Alright, made my way to the second desert temple. I shouldn't even cutted that because I didn't know it was that close. I literally just went right over this hill and it's right here. It's not even that far. There is not even a need to cut that scene. But coordinates are probably on your screen. Let's see what this desert temple has in store for us. So we can go ahead and go in here. We got some more iron and gold. Got some more gold right there. We got some more gold and we got some more gold and iron. So this desert temple isn't too special, but you know, loot is loot. And now let's go ahead and make our way to probably one of the best things in the seed, which is the stronghold and end portal. Alright, so I've made my way to where I think the end portal is. Coordinates are on your screen, also in the description. Let's go ahead and start digging down and see if we can find ourselves an end portal or a stronghold. It should be kind of deep because, you know, strongholds and end portals are normally not. And there you go! There it is. There it is. Hey, Silverfish, how you doing? But there you go. You can see the end portal. And we actually have some chest over here, which is pretty sweet. So you're going to have an iron chest plate and some bread. And then here we should have an iron sword. Yes, we do. We have an iron sword and a gold ingot. The seed is blank, like just blank. It's right on your screen. It's just right there. So yeah, pretty interesting seed. But if we spawn on this island and we go to the side with the most sand, so you can see like, well, actually, kind of the sides. Well, you go to this side over here, just the side with all the sand kind of flattened, and you can see, what is that? I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but you can kind of see that light down there. That right there, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and check it out. Maybe we can get some, let's go and grab some glowstone. Where's the glowstone? Glowstone, where are you? Because I just want to, guys, I just kind of want to show you guys what this is. All right, so let's go down here. And what is this? Because I'm not sure if you can see, because it might be a little dark down here. But look at this. Oh, wait, look at these bricks. What are these? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. It's a stronghold. It is a freaking stronghold. All right, let's break in the stronghold. And boom, there you go. What was that? Maybe like 20 blocks from spawn, not even that far away. And there you have yourself a, wow, just the end portal right there. Just jump in, kill the ender dragon, game defeated, game over. So this seed includes 2 villages, 6 dungeons, a mine shaft with diamonds, and a stronghold with an end portal. Now, all these items are actually relatively close to spawn within, I would say, about 500 blocks. 500 to 600 blocks is the farthest you're going to travel. And you can already see that we spawn out about right here, and our first village is already right here. So I'm not going to show you guys everything in this because there's a lot of stuff. I'm only going to leave out, I'm going to leave out the mine shaft, and I'm going to leave out dungeon number 4, 5, and 6. But if you would like to travel to the mine shaft or dungeon 4, 5, and 6, all the coordinates will be in the description for everything. So here we go ahead and go into the blacksmith. Let's see what we have in here. We have 6 pieces of obsidian, an apple, 5 oak saplings, 2 pieces of bread, and a saddle. So I'm going to go ahead and travel on my way to the next NPC village. And the next NPC village actually has something special in it. Alright, so I've made my way to the second NPC village. Sadly, this one does not have a blacksmith, but what it does have is 3 dungeons right under it. So I have marked these little things right here. No, these were not here before. I just marked these. So our first dungeon is going to be right here. So you can see kind of the layout of the NPC village. And by the way, the coordinates are probably already been on your screen for this NPC village. This is the last NPC village. There is only 2, but let's go ahead and hop in here. And you can see that we have ourselves a dungeon. Let's see what we have in here. Ooh, we got some good stuff. An enchantment book. Check out that enchantment book. You cannot tell me you don't want that enchantment book. I mean, did you see that? Wait, let's take another look at that. Just look at it. Wow. That is incredible. Probably the most incredible enchantment book I've ever seen. And then we can actually go over here. We can actually just really run over here. Or we can go out. Let me go ahead and go out here and show you where the next one is. It's literally just right over here, or you could just run under there. And I believe I accidentally broke the chest when I came over under here, so my bad. Sorry about that. It was just a couple of stuff, no important stuff really. The important stuff is the enchantment book right here. That was just, the chest that I broke was just had some iron and simple stuff in it. It wasn't anything too important. Then we have more buckets and just loads of stuff. My gosh, that's what I call, there's 3 dungeons right there. So there was, let me go ahead and show you guys that real quick. So we have one right here, one dungeon. I believe that is a spider spawner. Another dungeon right here, that is a skeleton spawner. And then another dungeon over here, which is a zombie spawner. So you have 3 different types of spawners. So I say this is a good place to set up an XP farm somewhere over here. So that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stronghold with the end portal in it. Alright guys, so I've made my way to the last thing, which I promised, the stronghold. Let's go ahead and jump into it right now. So here it is. Coordinates are on your screen gorgeously right there. I actually did kind of travel quite far from this, but it was actually close to our spawn, about 200 blocks off from our spawn. But here you can see it's stronghold, not much to see. You're welcome to go explore the rest of the stronghold and mines and all that good stuff. It includes 6 villages, 4 desert temples, 2 dungeons, and a stronghold with an end portal. And the farthest you're going to travel is up to 1,000 blocks, which isn't too far at all. Now, all of these villages and dungeons and temples will include diamonds, enchanting books, golden apples, and just so much stuff. It is an incredible seed. So I figured to do this in an organized manner. We're going to visit all of these 6 villages first, then the 4 desert temples, then the 2 dungeons, and then the stronghold at the end. Now, if you ever get lost, all the coordinates will be on the screen while you're watching this video, and also all the coordinates will be in the description, as well as the seed, which is probably already been on your screen. Now, to start off, we will first turn around and see our first temple right where we spawn. Yes, that is right. We spawn somewhere. You should spawn somewhere in this area if you type the seed right. And did I mention this is a 1.7.9 seed? Yes, it is. So if we go right over here to the blacksmith, which is where the chest is, which is where you're gonna get the loot, we will see that we have some really good stuff. You ready for it? Ready for it? Ready? Boom! There we go. 3 diamonds, iron helmet, obsidian, and an iron sword. Almost enough to make an ender or a nether portal, not end portal, nether portal. My bad. But yeah, so now let's go ahead and take a look at our second village. Here is our second village. Sadly, this village does not have a blacksmith. The coordinates will probably be on your screen, but this does not have a blacksmith, which means you will not be getting any chest or any loot. You can still trade with the villagers and get plenty of wheat and probably set up a nice base camp here. But it's not too far away. It's just over the hill of our previous village, or aka spawn. But now let's go ahead and take a look at a village with some iron armor and tools. About 400 blocks away, not even too far, we come across our next village. And here is our blacksmith. Let's see what this blacksmith has in store for us. So here we go. And there you go. Iron ingot, iron leggings, iron pickaxe, and some gold horse armor. Not too shabby. But now let's go ahead and take a look at our next village. Here's Desert Temple number 4. Sadly, there is no blacksmith, but there is a temple right behind it. Check it out. So there's no blacksmith, but there is a temple, a buried temple right behind it. Kind of hard to see when you first come in, but let's go ahead and go down here and see what this gorgeous temple has in store for us. So it looks like we got some bones. Bones. We got some gold and iron, and then we have an enchantment book with sharpness 3. I'm liking that. And then our last chest just has some rotten flesh and bones. But it's pretty cool the fact that this village is right next to a buried temple. So I think that is pretty sick. So now let's go ahead and take a look at our next village. And here's Desert Temple number 5. We have one more village after this. Sadly, this village is pretty freaking small, and it does not have a blacksmith, which means you will be getting no chest. But it is still a village. It's still out there, so I did want to show it to you guys. So we have one more village. You guys thought the last village was small, but check out this one. Would I even consider this a village? But I'm still going to show it to you guys because it is Desert Village number 6. And talk about tiny. This is one small freaking desert village. Just 3 houses actually. But yeah, and a little well. But yeah, that's Desert Temple number 6 for you. Honestly, not even worth going for unless you're in the area and you need a testificate to trade with. But otherwise, let's go ahead and go on to the temples. Alright, so here is one of the desert temples. Now, sadly, I made a mistake. Well, I didn't make the mistake, but the guy who posted this seed made a mistake. He accidentally doubled 2 of the desert temples. So he said one of the desert temples was exactly right here, and he said the other desert temple was exactly right here. So I apologize for that. So instead of 4 desert temples, there is 3. Not much of a biggie deal, but anyways, I apologize for that. But here is the desert temple. Let's go ahead and move on and get inside this bad boy. So here we have iron ingots, and then we have rotten flesh, more iron ingots, and then we have iron ingots and more golden ingots, and then we just have some more stuff. So not too much in that desert temple, but let's go ahead and take a look at our last desert temple. Okay, so here is our last desert temple, and then we get to move on to our 2 dungeons and our end portal. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what kind of loots this dungeon, or temple, my bad, has for us. So here we have 3 more diamonds. Check that out. A total of 6 diamonds so far. 2 more diamonds. Now we have a total of 8 diamonds. Then we have some more gold, lots of more bones, a lot of rotten flesh. Then we have a little bit more of iron ingots and another saddle. So I would say that is a desert temple worth traveling to. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our 2 dungeons and then our end portal. Okay, so here is our first dungeon. It was actually right next to the temple. I did not know that till I looked at the coordinates, but that's the temple that we just looked at. And here's our dungeon. So yeah, literally like, what is that, like 20 blocks? Let's go see. I actually had to uncover this stuff. You can see the sand was all the way up to here, and then I had to dig down, and now you can see the stuff. We do have, I believe, what is this? A spider spawner, and this one, our next one is a zombie spawner, but it looks like we're gonna have some name tags, loads of saddles. We have a music disc right there, and then in this one, we're gonna have more name tags, more golden horse armor, and more saddles. So now let's go ahead and take a look at our last dungeon, and then we'll get on to our very last thing, which is the end portal. Alright, so here is our dungeon, our very last dungeon. Let's go ahead and pop into here, see what we have in store for us. This one is a zombie spawner indeed, like I said. And here we have a golden apple. There we go. That's the golden apple we've been looking for that I told you guys in the beginning. But there is only one chest in there, sadly. But yeah, and then there's a cave system you can go explore, which is pretty cool. But I think the golden apple is worth it. I mean, that's pretty sweet. Look at this. We almost have a full inventory of stuff. But now let's go ahead and take a look at our very last thing, which is the end portal and stronghold. And last but not least, we have the end portal. Now these coordinates actually send you somewhere over here in this area. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it's somewhere over here. Now if you actually use some Eye of Ender, you can actually see that the coordinates actually take you to the stronghold, but it does not take you to the end portal. And the end portal is right here. So it's really close to the coordinates. If you used Eye of Enders, you can easily get to it. It'll probably just take you a couple of Eye of Enders, no problem. But we can just go down here and we can see the end portal. So there it is. But if you use the coordinates that were on screen, then you're just going to have to wander around here, and eventually you will find the end portal. Or if you just use Eye of Enders, you'll be fairly close to it. It's only like 20 blocks maybe. If you guys have made it this far to the very end of the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, of course, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you guys would like to be notified when my next awesome video is live, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you guys already haven't. Also, if you guys like top 5, top 10, top 20, possibly top 50 videos like this, go ahead and travel into the description, as I have a link to a playlist full of awesome videos like this. I'm sure you guys will absolutely love them. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and quit my rumbling here. I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and I also hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you guys later in another Minecraft video.